so welcome to the Championship review. The fourth match day, the fourth week has finished. And where can we start besides Stoke? Sorry if you can hear like a bit of... The dog's just eating his food. He chooses his times. But we'll start off with Stoke. Stoke lost 3-0 against recently promoted Wigan Athletic. 2 goals from Will Grigg, one which was from the penalty spot, and 1 goal from Gavin Massey, all before the hour mark, gave them the 3-0 win. Ashley Williams was sent off in the 78th minute for a foul on Nick Powell. Really concerning defeat for Stoke. That puts them in the bottom 3, along with Reading and QPR. So a very concerning result indeed. Aston Villa got a 2-2 draw just about this evening against Brentford. Brentford took the lead twice through Neil Maupay, and twice Jonathan Kodjia pegged them back in the 95th minute. He scored the equaliser to deny Brentford a win. And what a win that would have been. They are looking really good. Brentford so far, that puts them on 8 points, 2 wins and 2 draws. Aston Villa, they are in 5th with the same record. It'd be interesting to see in the next few weeks whether they can continue that excellent start they have had under Dean Smith this season. Next we go to Blackburn Rovers, and Reading will be kicking themselves big time, because they were 2-0 up at half-time against Blackburn Rovers. 2 goals from John Dye Bovarson, and 2 goals after half-time, both from the penalty spot from Charlie Mulgrew, gave them the 2-2 draw. Reading, they haven't even picked up a point before tonight, and they could have had all 3, and that would have really helped their confidence. But unfortunately, that did not happen, and Blackburn had chances to win it. But overall, I think Reading would have been happy with a point before going in. It's just a shame that they could not hold on there, because that would have been a good 3 points. Next, we'll just skip over Bolton as they are still playing. Norwich City beat Preston North End 2-0. 2 late goals from Pukki and Tete sealed the win. A 2-0 victory over Preston North End. That is their first win of the season. Before that, they'd only picked up 1 point, which was on the opening day against Birmingham. So a really good point. 3 points. They needed that after a very subdued start to the season. Sheffield Wednesday and Millwall, they played this evening as well, and it was Sheffield Wednesday who had got the victory. Barry Bannon scoring after 16 minutes. A brilliant finish, hitting the bar and going in. Really nice finish that. Tom Lees scored just after half-time to make it 2-0. He was at the wrong end of a mistake after 70 minutes, losing possession, and Lee Gregory crossed in to find Ryan Tunnicliffe, who halved the deficit. Sheffield Wednesday held on for the 2-1 win. Finally, Bolton have beaten Birmingham. That result has just come through. Will Buckley with the only goal of the game, but a really important goal. That continues their brilliant form to the start of the season. They are currently 3rd in the league, 3 wins, 1 draw and no defeats, 6 goals scored and 3 conceded. Really good start. That puts them level on points with both Leeds and Middlesbrough. What a start it's been for Phil Parkinson and his men. Nobody expected this, but what a start it's been. Really good win. That own 1 goal, and that is a very important goal. So next we go to Birmingham. Birmingham are just outside the relegation zone with 2 draws and 2 defeats. We go to yesterday. Where else can we start besides QPR? QPR lost 3-0 at home to Bristol City. A goal from Matty Taylor, and then 2 goals from Andreas Weimann sealed the win, and it could have been more. Very poor from QPR. That puts them conceded 10 goals in 4 days, 13 goals conceded, minus 11 goal difference. It's not been good enough under Steve McLaren. Derby got a 2-0 lead 2-0 victory, over Ipswich. Joe Ledley and Tom Lawrence scoring just over past the hour mark in around 10-minute spell to give them all 3 points. Ipswich, it's been a struggle so far under Paul Hurst. I was expecting better things from Paul Hurst. That's put them just outside the relegation zone. 2 draws and 2 defeats. Derby, they moved up until 11th, and that's a decent start, I guess. 2 wins and 2 defeats for Frank Lampard's men. That hammering at home to Leeds, really, really poor. But they've picked themselves back up, and with that 2-0 win, I think that puts Tom Lawrence on 3 goals for the season already. But he's nowhere near Mupai, who's got 5. Rufer's got 4, Vyman's got 4. They've all had really, really good starts. Bradley Dack, who plays in midfield, he's got 3 goals. Next we go to Rotherham and Hull. So a really, really good win for Hull City against a potential relegation, rival in Rotherham. But it was Rotherham who took the lead through Richard Wood. Jackson Irvine scored after 28 minutes to level up, and Fraser Campbell scored just before half-time to make it 2-1. Jackson Irvine scored his 2nd goal of the game and made it 3-1 after 2 minutes after half-time, and Jamie Proctor got one back, but Hull kept for 3 points. So that puts Hull up to 16th with that win. So that was their first win of the season. Finally, we go to Swansea and Leeds. Swansea have had a good start to the season, as have Leeds. Leeds are currently top. Swansea are currently 6th. Both are still unbeaten, and that's how it remained. Swansea opened the scoring through Ollie McBurney after 24 minutes. But 6 minutes before half-time, Kamal Roof raced through to equalise. Ollie McBurney then scored a great header to make it 2-1. But Pablo Hernandez rescued a point for Leeds and kept their unbeaten record. So that is the midweek fixtures done. So let's have a look at the table. Leeds and Middlesbrough lead the way in 1st and 2nd, with Bolton on the same points. The playoffs are currently made up of Brentford, Aston Villa and Swansea. Relegation is currently QPR on 0 points, Reading on 1 point, and Stoke on 2 points. Just outside on the same is Birmingham and Ipswich, who both have 2 points. Rotherham have 3 points, and they are in 19th. So really, really interesting midweek fixtures. It's troubling for Stoke, it's troubling for QPR, and it will be interesting to see how they bounce back from those heavy defeats. QPR, they have Wigan, who've just handed a hammering to Stoke. Stoke City have Hull, who won their first game of the season on Tuesday. In other games, Derby and Preston will be a good game, as will Swansea versus Bristol City. I could also, see a very, very good game at Carrow Road between Norwich and Leeds. But we will look at that in more detail tomorrow when we do the preview of the Championship. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm putting it up a bit earlier as soon as the games are done to try and get a bit more viewership and see if that, people prefer that. We'll see. But thank you so much for tuning in till the end. My name is Mike. His name is Alfie. And I will see you soon.